Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, this is the look that I created using the Born to Run palette by Urban Decay. If you guys want to find out how I created this fabulous look, then keep on watching and let's get this glam started. Alright, grabbing my favorite eyeshadow palette of the moment, the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, I'm going to dip into the first shade called Still Shot. And I'm going to grab a Morphe M441 blending brush and I'm going to start packing this in onto my crease using back and forth motions until it's as opaque as I want it to be. And to buff and blend everything in, I'm going to grab my handy dandy MAC 224 blending brush. Now we're going to grab the shade that's right next to it called RIFF, and we're going to apply that using a clean blending brush, and we're just going to place that right underneath that first still shot color that we placed before, and just like before, we're just going to blend that in until it's as opaque as you want it to be. Now we're going to go back into the palette and dip into the shade Riff and Good As Gone, and we're going to use both of these shades to start smoking out the outer corner of the eye. So start putting this right underneath the last shade that you put on and start smoking it out into the V, the outer V of your eye, and then keep on blending it in, and remember to always grab another clean blending brush just to make sure that there are absolutely no harsh line. I'm going to keep on dipping into that Good As Gone color just to make sure that the outer V portion is nice and smoky. And to cut the crease, I'm going to grab my Tarte Shape Tape concealer and I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand, and then I'm going to grab a Morphe flat shader brush. This one's a small one. You can use like a detail brush, that works just as fine, and you're just going to basically cut the crease using this. A tip is to like apply it in the bottom of your lid and then kind of look up and down a couple of times, and that'll give you like the marking as to where you should put your concealer. This is just going to allow whatever eyeshadow you put on top to really pop, and it'll make it easier for both eyes to look very symmetrical. I also like to take my finger and just press the concealer onto my lid to remove any chunks or any excess moisture that may be there. Now using my finger, I'm going to press into that beautiful green shade called Wanderlust, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid only where I place the concealer. The concealer is going to make this beautiful green color pop, and then when I'm done pressing it in with my finger, I'm going to get into all of the hard to reach places with a small detailing brush or a small eyeshadow brush. For liquid liner, I'm going to be using my favorite one of the moment, which is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I love the brush on this eyeliner. It's so thin and it just allows you to really take your time and just build up your wing. Once I'm done applying this, I'm going to clean up under my eyes and make sure that everything is nice and sharp. I'm going to be using the NARS CLIMAX mascara just to give a nice thin coat on my top lashes, just to get them ready for whatever falsies I'm going to put on. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. If you guys don't own this foundation, you guys should give it a try. It is absolutely beautiful on the skin. It just works so well for oily skin and normal and dry skin, and I absolutely love the way that it looks on me. I always like to finish applying my foundation using a damp beauty blender because it just gives me that airbrush finish. And then to finish everything off, I like to go in with a tiny blending brush, and this allows me to get into all of the little nooks and crannies that I can't get to with my sponge. Grabbing the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium Honey, I'm going to start applying it underneath my eyes, on my bridge of my nose, forehead, cupid's bow, and chin area. You don't need a whole lot, just a dab will do you because this product is pretty thick, so when you start pressing it in with the beauty blender, you'll see that it's going to spread evenly across your eye. And I like to use a damp beauty blender. This one is from Real Techniques. For cream contour, I'm going to be using the Model's Own foundation stick in the shade 40, and I'm going to be applying this product underneath my nose, under my lip, on my cheekbones, on my forehead, down the sides of my nose, and of course on my jawline. And then when I'm done applying the product, I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender by Real Techniques and press in this product. For setting powder, I'm going to be using my RCMA translucent powder, and I'm going to grab a damp beauty blender and I'm going to press it under my eyes to make sure that there are absolutely no wrinkles or creases before I apply my powder. And then grabbing my Laura Mercier powder puff, I'm going to dip into the translucent powder and I'm going to take my time pressing and rolling the product onto the skin and dragging it a little down the sides of my nose. Then, after I'm done setting the eyes, I'm going to grab some of the powder and bring it down, basically like my T-zone and wherever wherever I didn't apply the cream contour. And then grabbing a clean stippling brush, I'm just going to dust any excess powder away so that I don't look cakey. For bronzer, I'm going to grab the NARS Laguna bronzer and I'm going to apply this using a Royal Langnickel complexion brush. I love how soft and fluffy this brush is, and you're just going to apply the bronzer wherever you applied the cream contour. Drag a little bit down your neck and that's it. Using a Sigma pencil brush, I'm going to dip into the shade Blaze from the palette On the Run, and I'm going to apply this on my brow bone to give it a brow bone highlight. And then grabbing my MAC Fix Plus and spraying the pencil brush, I'm going to re-dip back into that same shade and use it as an inner corner highlight. Grabbing my Morphe M432 brush, dipping into the shade Still Shot, I'm going to start running that on my lower lash line. And then using a clean Sigma brush, I'm going to dip into the shade Punk. Remember to tap off any excess powder that you may have to reduce the chances of fallout, and then start smoking out that lower lash line. Then using my Marc Jacobs highliner in the shade BLAQUER, I'm going to line my waterline. For blush, I'm going to be using the BAREMINERALS Peachy Keen blush from the GENNUDE collection, and I'm going to be applying this on the apples of my cheeks using a Real Techniques blush brush. For highlighter, I'm going to be using Dose of Colors Desi and Katie collaboration highlighter called Chasing the Sun, and I'm going to be applying this on the high points of my cheeks, a little bit on my brow bone, using my finger to put it on the bridge of my nose, grab a little bit, and then apply it with the brush on my cupid's bow, chin, and just a little bit at the highest points of my forehead. I don't know what shade this is, but you can grab any nude lip liner you have laying around and line your lips. And these two right here are going to be our little lip cocktail for the day. And I'm going to start with the Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Can You Not and apply that all over my lips. And then grabbing the ULTA lip topper in the shade Chic, I'm going to place that on top. Now this lip gloss comes in a set of 3 for $16, but this one's my absolute favorite out of the trio. And now it's time to lock that makeup into place with my favorite MAC Fix Plus setting spray. That's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this look as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can become a member of my Fab Squad and like this video, show it some love. Till next time guys, and remember, stay fabulous. Bye-bye.